Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss the topic PPAP. So before that, please like and share and subscribe my channel. So what is PPAP? PPAP is the production part approval process. It is one of the 5 core tools, that is PPAP, APQP, SPC, MSA and FMEA. The remaining I will make the videos later. So PPAP defines the approval process for new or revised parts or parts produced from new or significantly revised production method. If you are changing your production method for existing parts, then also you need to submit the PPAP. So before starting that, what is the history of PPAP? So PPAP is the initially developed by AIAG Group, that is Auto Industry Action Group, in 1993. with input from the big three, that is Ford, Chrysler and GM, General Motors. So the latest version of PPAP is the AIAG 4th edition, which is effective from June 1st, 2006. And PPAP has now spread to many different industries beyond automotive. So what is the purpose of PPAP? PPAP provides evidence that all customer engineering design records and specification requirements are properly understood by the organization. If customer is giving the part to it, shows the supplier has completely understood what is the requirement of customer, and also to demonstrate that the manufacturing process has the potential to produce product that consistently meets all requirements during an actual production run. After that comes the levels of PPAP. There are different levels of PPAP, which is level 1 is in level 1 you have to submit part submission warrant and appearance approval report in case of designated appearance items. In level 2, part submission warrant with product sample and limited supporting data. In level 3, you have to submit the PPAP with part submission warrant with product sample and complete supporting data. Generally, this level is applicable in all the industries if any other level are not specified by the customer. So this is the default level. Now level 4, in level 4, part submission warrant and other requirements as defined by the customer. And in level 5, part submission warrant with product samples and complete supporting data reviewed at the supplier's manufacturing location. In the level 5, the customer will come at the supplier's manufacturing location. So what is the PPAP documents? The PPAP documents are characterized in total 18 numbers. So 18 numbers are the design records, engineering change documents, customer engineering approval if required, design FMEA, process flow diagram, process FMEA, control plan, MSA, dimensional results, material performance test result, initial process study, qualified laboratory documents, appearance approval reports if applicable, sample product, master sample, checking aids, record of compliance customer specific requirements and part submission warrant. So in the different levels, what will be the submission levels? Here it has shown level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and what are the requirements. It shows the organization shall submit to customer and retain a copy of recap of documents item at appropriate location. Next R. In R category, the organization shall retain at appropriate location and make available to the customer upon request. And the star category shows the organization shall retain at appropriate locations and submit to the customer upon request. Now these are the different documents which needs to submit. The first one was design records. What is design? Design record is a copy of drawing. If the customer is responsible for designing, then this is the copy of customer drawing that is sent together with the purchase order. And if supplier is responsible for designing, this is the release drawing, supplier release system. Now next is engineering change document. Engineering change document is a document that shows the detailed description of the change. That is the engineering change document, or ECN, engineering change notice. It may be covered by the customer PO or any engineering authorization. It means if suppliers demands any engineering change, so he requests to the customer. For that, he needs to submit the all supporting documents, engineering documents, to the customers. Now, customer engineering approval if required. So this approval is usually the engineering trial with production parts performed at the customer plant. A temporary deviation usually is required to send parts to customer before PPAP. Customer may require other engineering approvals. For temporary deviation, if you want to send the PPAP, then you need to take the approval from the customer, that is customer engineering approval. Next is design FMEA. Design FMEA is if supplier is responsible for design, it has to submit from the supplier end. And design FMEA is the design failure mode and effect analysis reviewed and signed off by supplier and customer. I will make a video on FMEA. Next is process flow diagram. Process flow diagram indicates all steps and sequence in the fabrication process, include incoming components. Whatever the manufacturing process you are using for making the component, all comes in process flow diagram. Next is the process FMEA. Process FMEA is the process failure mode and effect analysis. We are starting the manufacturing to discuss what could go wrong during the fabrication and assembly of each component. It's the process FMEA. After that, control plan follows the PFMEA steps and provides more detail on how the potential issues are checked in the incoming quality assembly process or during inspection of finished products. The input we get from the PFMEA for control plan, and here we control the process and component parameters. Now MSA is a statistical tool used to determine if a measurement system is capable of precise measurement. In this, we also check the gauge R and R value. I will also make a detailed video on MSA. Next is dimensional result. Dimensional results are a list of every dimension noted on balloon drawing. This list shows the product type, specific and measurement results, and the assessment showing in this dimension is okay or not okay. Usually minimum 5 pieces are reported per product process combination. So whatever the ballooning numbers are there, whatever the dimensions are there, you have to make a report with for each and every dimensions, whether dimensions are okay or not okay. Usually 5 pieces are taken for the sample purpose. Record of material performance test results. Suppliers shall perform tests for all parts and product materials when chemical, physical, or metallurgical requirements are specified by the design record or control plan. Next, initial process studies. So initial process studies are the organizations shall use the following as acceptance criteria for evaluating initial process study. So result interpretations are: if result is more than 1.67, then the process currently meets the acceptance criteria, seeks approval, start production as per control plan. If your index value or CPK value is between 1.33 to 1.67, then the process may be acceptable but requires some improvement in your process. And if you are getting the value is less than 1.33, then the process does not meet the acceptance criteria. Next, unstable process. Unstable process, depending on the nature of instability, and unstable process may not meet customer requirements. Process with one-sided specification or non-normal distribution. The organization shall determine with the authorized customer representative alternative acceptance criteria for process with one-sided specification or non-normal distributions. Next is actions to be taken when acceptance criteria are not satisfied. Then contact customer representative if process cannot be improved and acceptance criteria cannot be met by required PPAP submission date. Next document you need qualified laboratory documentation. This inspection and testing for PPAP shall be performed by qualified laboratory as defined by customer requirements. And the shall have a laboratory scope and documentation showing that the laboratory is qualified for the type of measurement or test conducted. You need to show the certificate of laboratory also. Next, appearance approval report. In some cases it's applied, it depends on the product, and a report is completed by the supplier containing appearance and color criteria. Typically only applies for parts with color, grain or surface appearance requirement. Now sample production. Parts, actual samples that reflect the parts documented in the PPAP. Confirm cosmetic and functional part approval. Sample parts should be delivered with the PPAP submission. Next is master sample. Master sample is a sample signed off by customer and supplier that usually is used to train operators on subjective inspections. So master sample is the one which is be approved by customer and supplier. Now checking aids. Checking aids means whatever the checking aids used for the production, it should include all tools used to inspect, test or measure parts during the assembly process. The list should be describe the tool and have the calibration schedule for the tool. Checking aids may include check fixtures, contour, variable and attribute gauges, model and templates. These are the checking aids. Now comes customer specific requirements. Customer specific requirements. The element of submission package is where any special customer requires are contained. So special customer requirements, which are sometimes customer demands for special packaging or some other criteria they may be given. For bulk material, the customer specific requirements shall be recorded on the bulk material requirements checklist. Next is part submission warrant. That is PSW. PSW is the summary of entire PPAP submission. PSW is required for each of part unless otherwise stated by the customer. The PSW includes the reason for submission, that is if you are changing any design changes or revalidation or new product, etc. all those things. The level of documents submitted to the customer, like level 1, 2, 3, which level you are submitting your document. Declaration of part conformity to customer requirement. A section provided for any required explanation or comments. Supplier authorized person signature along with contact information and area for the customer to indicate disposition of the PPAP. And there are 3 status of PPAP. Customer may be approved, customer may be do interim approval, or he can be rejected. The approved means indicates that all PPAP requirements have been met. The organization is therefore authorized to ship product. They can start the production. Interim approval means indicates that all PPAP requirements have not been met. However, the organization is authorized to ship product under the condition specified by the customers. Rejected means indicates that the PPAP requirements have not been met and the organization is not authorized to ship product. Thank you for watching the video. Next, we'll meet with some other topics. Thank you.